Hello everyone, LD3 back with you for another video. Today we are back in the Golf Club 2 here. We are playing Harbour Golf Links today, which is the site of the RBC Heritage, the event that always happens after the Masters tournament. Let's see if we can get off to a good drive here. It looks like we are. A lot of trees, very narrow. Similar to Augusta in the fact that there's a bunch of trees, not similar in the fact that it is very, very, very narrow. I would say Augusta National's fairly wide. There's not a lot of rough on the golf course. There's a lot of fairway. There's some holes that have narrow drives, but there's a bunch of holes that unless you hit a absolutely horrific shot, you're going to have a decent chance to get on the green. It depends on the angles and stuff and everything like that. Let's see if we can get a birdie on the first hole. That would be awesome. Are we going to leave this short? No, we're not. It's right in the middle of the cup. Let's go. Looks like I'm putting just like Patrick Reed with his attempts in the Masters. But yeah, let's get into the Masters. I know I made a video for Monday basically giving my instant reactions to the tournament and stuff like that. If I repeat a bunch of that stuff, I apologize, but I do want to get back and give a more fuller recap this time around than I did on Monday. So let's start with the winner, Patrick Reed. Great winner there. Finished at 15 under par. One stroke ahead of Ricky Fowler and 2 strokes ahead of Jordan Spieth. I just have the leaderboard there, so if I look down, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, pretty good tournament overall. That was not a good shot at all. That is absolute trash. But yeah, really good tournament overall. Had 3 rounds in the 60s and then a final round 71 in the last round. If he shot even par, he would have had a tie with Ricky, so he had to go under par in the final round to win, and that's what he did. That's going to be a really nice shot there if it sits down. If it doesn't roll out, that's going to be really good. I think that's pretty good regardless. That's probably going to be 15 feet for birdie. Not bad at all. It's actually 12 feet, a little shorter. Let's see here. Boop. And is it going to turn enough? Is it going to turn too much? No, it's going to turn just the right amount, right in the middle. Yeah, honestly, Patrick Reed, very good at putting, or very good at putting this week in particular. He had a really good putting week. When he needed to make putts, he made them. That's really, there's no two ways to describe him. He had the birdie on 12, beautiful. Birdie on 14, that was a really good second shot, but it was still a 5-footer for birdie, and he drilled that. The par on 18 to win the thing, he drilled that right in the middle. It looked like all of the tough putts, except for maybe 13. 13 was a little off, but that was just an off hole for him in general. But yeah, if he basically every putt that he made, every pressure putt he made, he almost made right down the middle every single time. And that's honestly what you got to do if you got to win this tournament. You got to putt really well. These greens at Augusta National are really quick, really slopey. That's going to be a good chip. Can it roll in for a third birdie? No, it lips out. We almost went 3 straight birdies to start off this round here. But we make a par, just lips out for birdie. That's kind of frustrating. But you know what? I will take a 2 under start to this round. But yeah, honestly, his putting was good. His iron shots were fairly good. There was that one shot on 13 in the final round that barely stood up in the on the slope right near the green. That's honestly the only shot I could think of that wasn't great. Oh, that's going to go a little bit. Is he saying for it to go? No, that's going to be perfect. That's just going to be back part of the green, and I think that should be a fairly simple putt. If it's going to have a decent amount of break, but hopefully it won't be too much. But yeah, that shot, very lucky break there. It hit the slope and just stayed there. If that went in the water, he probably could have still made par with an up and down. But if he played it very similarly to how he played it, if he did make the drop, oh, what a putt for birdie! That was nice. That was a nice putt right there, but yeah. If he played it very similarly to how it was played if he played it very similarly to how he actually played it without it going in the water, he would have made bogey. He would have been tied with Ricky if everything else stayed the same. So that was pretty huge. That was a big break, especially since he only won by one shot. Ricky Fowler, let's talk about him. Final round 67 to get within one. Again, he got to the 14 under number that Patrick Reed started the day at. So if Patrick Reed, again, played even par or worse, Ricky could have won the tournament. Like, it's just as easy Ricky could have won. It doesn't seem that close as it actually was. Like, people were catching up to Patrick Reed, but then Reed just, answered back. Every bogey he made, he had a birdie response, either within a hole or two after that. Like, he has had all the responses for, all the people coming up and trying to get near him on the leaderboard just for his mistakes on the golf course. He basically had control of the tournament, but at Augusta, you never know. He had a 2-shot lead with 2 holes to play, and people have definitely lost that before. When Angel Cabrera won, sorry, I just completely blanked on his name. When Angel Cabrera won, Kenny Perry had a 2-stroke lead with 2 to play, I think, and he just completely missed it. Just like I completely botched that putt right there. That was terrible. That was absolute garbage of a putt. I apologize there, but let's just see if we can make this par coming back, and we do. Nice, good job there. But yeah, 2-stroke lead didn't seem. It seemed, insurmountable in a way, but, it really never is. I wouldn't have been surprised if Patrick Reed had, a par bogey finish or a bogey par finish, which he almost did. His second shot on 17 wasn't great, and he got really lucky again. Breaks for the winner. He had a really good break on the 17th where his ball was going to zoom probably 10 to 15 feet past the hole, but it hits the hole. So it only goes about 5 feet past, and then he makes the 5-footer coming back. But yeah, very, very, good round by Ricky. Honestly, I don't think he could have played any better. He was grinding on the front nine. He couldn't really do much on the front, but he came back in the back and started storming. Speaking of storming, we'll talk about Jordan Spieth in a second. But yeah, he played really well. Can't really say he could do much better. Just Patrick Reed found a way to get just a 1 stroke better, and that's really all you have to say about that. I do think Ricky is going to win a major eventually. He's, I believe, 28 right now, so he's in his prime. I feel within the next 2 years he's going to get one. I think I actually saw this stat since 2013 or 2012 or something like that. Ricky Fowler has had the most top 5s at a major without a win. So I feel like his time's coming. I feel like it's going to be coming soon. I just don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Now let's get to Jordan Spieth. He was my pick to win starting the week. What a shot there. That was a fantastic shot, and we're going to have a chance at another birdie. Harbour Town, not really known for low scoring, to be completely honest with you. Maybe it's just because of the narrow fairways, but I'm just absolutely dominating right now. I think that's my 5th birdie. I'm putting my hands up in the air let's go. Let's see. What are we at right now? We are at 500 through 7 holes. Oh my goodness, this is insane. If we break 60 here, that would be crazy. I'm not going to call for it, but it might happen. It is a par 71, so we need one less birdie to shoot 59. So I get that would be pretty cool. But yeah, Jordan Spieth, my pick to win to start the week. He was leading after round 1 after a 66 in the first round. Everything was going well. You think with Jordan Spieth, when he gets a lead, gets a hang of the lead, he'll definitely keep it. But then, of course, round 2, he started out double bogey on the first 2 holes. A par 4, which plays as one of the tougher holes on the course, so I can kind of understand the double. Not understand the double, but can see that someone could make a double. But then the bogey on 2, it played, I think, as the 4th easiest hole the entire week, playing a 10th of a stroke under par or something like that. So, honestly, can't really explain that one. But in either case, he shoots 74. So he honestly, he came back fairly strong. He didn't have, his ball striking wasn't there. His entire game wasn't there, and he still ends up only shooting 2 over after being 3 over on the first 2 holes. So he still finishes 1 under the final 16 holes of that tournament. So he does that. He goes and shoots 1 under on Saturday when everyone was moving up, including Ricky, who shot 65. I believe John Rahm's shot 65. Rory McIlroy, I think, shot 65. We'll get to him, too. But, yeah. Those 3, everyone was moving up, and Jordan basically stayed the same. That's where I think it cost him. I think he could have come back from the 2-over round if he shot something like a 69-68 on Saturday, but he shot 71, so you can't really come back from that. He shot 64 on Sunday, one of the best rounds I have ever seen at Augusta National. Almost shot 63. I want to do the full swing lob wedge, but one of the best rounds I saw at Augusta National. I thought, because I looked away from the TV for like a few minutes just because I had to do something, and I thought the putt on 18 for par to shoot 63 was actually a birdie putt to shoot 62. So when I saw he missed that, I was like, okay, he still shot 63. But then I realized, oh, it was actually for 63, and he shot 64. But yeah, in either case, one of the best rounds I have ever seen on Augusta. That 18th hole, very tough for Jordan, but yeah. If he was able to get a birdie on that last hole and tie for Reed after shooting 62, that would have been insane. But you know what? Again, Jordan really couldn't do much better. A 64 on Sunday at Augusta. That golf course is tough. That golf course is really, really tough. You see the low scores out there. You see like a 64, 65, the winners at 15 under par, and you think the course isn't actually that hard, but it's one of the hardest golf courses in the world. You got to know how to play it. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Jon Rahm finished at 11 under. He was in the second to last group, played really well. Really not much to say about him. He's 23, so he's definitely going to have his time at some point. It doesn't have to be now. I feel like it could be now. That was a absolutely horrific shot. I went very slow on that, but I feel like his time will come. Rory McIlroy tied for 5th at 9 under par. Oh boy, I am behind a tree. Here. Let's figure this out. We're going to draw a pitch shot, guys. You're going to draw a pitch shot and see what happens. Oh, that might actually work. Oh my goodness, that actually worked. Are you kidding me? That's probably the best shot I've ever hit on the golf club, too. I don't even care that didn't go in. That is one of the best shots I have hit. I literally curved it around the tree from 30 yards out, and it rolls to a foot. That is one of the best shots I've ever hit. I am not lying when I say that. That is pretty awesome. I love that. That is crazy. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So Rory, 9 under par, tied for 5th. He was in the final group. A lot of people going into the final round were like, this is going to be a Reed versus Rory match play scenario, just like the 2016 Ryder Cup. Didn't turn out that way. Rory just didn't have it at all. I believe he shot a 74. So he didn't finish great. We're going to have to punch this. This is not good. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that I'm going to have to punch this. And I'm still going to hit a tree anyway. I'm still going to hit a bunch of trees, even with punching it. Nice. At least it's up by the green so I can get up and down, but not great at all. Let's see. It's going to be fairly straight, so I think this should be fine. And how's this going to end up? Oh, it's rolling. It's rolling. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. This is a fantastic round. What a chip. What a chip shot. I know that was a fairly straight chip, but still absolutely crazy. I'm loving it right now. I'm loving this round. I am loving this round. We are just getting all the breaks. We're getting everything going our way right now. I love it. But yeah, to be honest with you, going into the final round, I thought Rory was going to win. I had a feeling Rory McIlroy was going to win that golf tournament. Just him coming back 3 shots down again at Augusta National with 18 to play. That is nothing. You saw people coming from 5 back, from 9 back, and almost winning this golf tournament. So the 3-shot lead is absolutely nothing. But I thought Rory was going to win. It didn't end up happening. I just put way too much draw on that. And that's going to be in the bunker probably. Yep, right in there, but yeah. Yeah, just didn't have the stuff. He didn't really play well. Do I think he's going to win a Masters at some point? I'm honestly not sure. 2011, I think, really got to him. He had a 4-shot lead going into the back 9 and just completely botched that. He had a really good opportunity to win this week. Didn't happen. And there's also the fact that there have only been, I believe, the largest time, or the longest time to get the Grand Slam after winning the 3rd of the 4, I believe is 4 attempts. I think no one's completed the career Grand Slam after 4 total attempts, like 4 tries at completing the Grand Slam. I believe this was Rory's 4th now. So based on history, he's not going to do it, but who knows? He has the game to win at Augusta. Like, that's real. You see Rory, he hits it long, he can put it, he can maneuver the ball in any direction he wants. When he is on, when his A game, he's probably one of the better putters in the world, better short gamers in the world, which is something you really need to do around Augusta. So he should be able to win one. I'm just not sure he is going to win one. Like, I don't really have the confidence in him finishing at Augusta. Seeing from 2011 to now, he had a good round, I think, a couple years ago to finish top 5, but he was way far back, so he didn't really have an opportunity to get it in. But yeah, I'm not sure if he's actually going to go on and win a Masters. He might. If I were to, if someone asked me right now, do you think Rory McIlroy is going to win a Masters? I'm going to have to say no, just based on history and based on just everything that is pointing to him just not playing well when he needs to on that back nine. I just got a gut feeling he's not going to win one. He should win one, and he deserves to win one. I'm just not sure if he is. So that basically wraps up the top 5. Charlie Hoffman was my dark horse pick. He gets a hole-in-one to finish in the top 12, so he's already guaranteed a spot in Augusta next year. So good for him. Again, I think he shot a 68 or a 69 on Thursday. So he was right in contention after the first few days. He fell back a little bit, got a hole-in-one on the 16th hole to finish in the top 12, so good for him. Congratulations there. Phil Mickelson I wasn't really able to talk about in the last video, so I'm going to talk about him and then we'll finish off with Tiger. But yeah, Phil Mickelson, let me get his actual finish. He finished tied for 36th at 2 over par. He shot a 67 in the final round. I believe he was out in the second group of the day, so he basically was right in front of everyone. I think he definitely finished before the leaders teed off. I think Tiger finished just before the leaders teed off. That's how far behind they were. But yeah, Phil basically showed on Sunday you can go low. He was the second group out there and was able to shoot a 67. So you really can't complain about that. Good round for him. He just didn't have it Friday and Saturday. He had a really good round on Thursday, really good round on Sunday, just didn't play all 4 days like the top guys did. So that kind of is disappointing, and that's a nice check on that. So that's going to be a par here. On the par 5, a little disappointing not to get a birdie, but a par is still a par. But yeah, really good round. Like I was saying, he basically was telling the leaders, this golf course is gettable. I know Sunday at Augusta, it's not always going to be the birdie fest it was. It's just the players are really, really good, and with some of those hole locations, if you know how to play the golf course, you can shoot a low number. And Phil Mickelson definitely showed that to the leaders, and were like, hey, if I can do it right now and I haven't played well at all this week, you guys most certainly can do it. It probably gave confidence to Ricky, to Jordan, to be like, hey, I can shoot a low number out here right now. So that's kind of what he did there. Tiger Woods is going to be our last topic of discussion. Okay. Definitely didn't meet my expectations. If you guys remember from my preview video, my expectation for him was even par and a top 25 finish. So I was kind of right about the scoring because even par was tied for 28th. 1 under was tied for 24th. So it was fairly close to that. If even par was oh no, I just made my first bogey. Yay! But if even par was tied for 15th, that would have my prediction would have been way off. But it's 3 spots. I feel like that's a pretty decent prediction there. But he finishes at 1 over, just tied for 32nd, I believe, too. So basically just outside of what I felt he was going to do. He just didn't have it this week. Before the Masters, he had 2 top 5 finishes. He was on a roll. Everything was working. He just hasn't played Augusta in a while. I think this is his first Master in 3 years. So maybe even 4 years. I think the last time he played was 2014. So, or maybe 2015. I'm not sure. And that's going to be another birdie miss there. Dang it. But so yeah, he hasn't played in a while. That if you don't play Augusta for a while, you are kind of screwed, because it's like all the undulations, everything. Tiger's, I believe this was his 21st time playing the Masters, so he has a general idea. And the golf course plays pretty similarly each year, so he has a good idea just based on memory. But just based on feel and stuff like that, he hasn't played it, so he needed to actually go out there and play. That's why I feel his best round was the final round, because he was able to get 3 rounds under his belt, understand all the undulations, all the curves, all the shots you need to hit. You have the memory, you just don't have the muscle memory, I guess. And so that's why he had a good round to finish off. I kind of expected him to just shoot around even par each day. That didn't really happen. He had 1 or 2 rounds of like 73, 74, and then he had a little lower round and a little higher round. So I guess you can say that. I'm not going to say this week was a success for him, because he definitely wanted to play better all week. He definitely felt like he should be playing better. His celebrations on the 12th hole were really funny, though. So with Jordan just getting over his final round yips at the 12th hole. But yeah, I feel like he could have played better, should have played better, but you know what? It's perfectly fine. He has 3 more majors this year to go out and play well. I'm pretty sure he's in all 3 majors this year, at least. If not, he's going to get a special exemption. Nice birdie on the last there. But I feel like he is going to win one this year. Like, he showed signs that he could play well, especially in that final round, but he needs to be a little more consistent. He needs to be a little more aggressive. I feel like he was really conservative this week, which is why he was missing a lot of putts. Sometimes you have to be aggressive on these Augusta greens, even with the speed and the break and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to be aggressive. And he wasn't really doing that. He was playing a lot of defense this week. Turn that defense into offense, and I think he's going to win really, really soon. Really good round here at Harbour Town, a 64, 7 under par. We had a 5 under front 9, a 2 under back, so a little disappointing we couldn't finish off well, but still a 64. A really, really good round. If someone shoots 64 this week at Harbour Town, that's going to be a really good round, especially with it being close to the ocean, with the wind and the narrow fairways, all that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Congratulations to Patrick Reed on getting his first green jacket. And yeah, enjoy the RBC Heritage this week. And yeah, that's going to do it here for me. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop it with a like. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys with a new video real soon. Bye.